Southern Bella Home. I'm Sharon, and today is the day for our fall master bedroom tour. I gave a tour of the rest of our home a couple of weeks ago, so if you missed that tour, I would love for you to go back and check that out. And if you've never subscribed to our channel, I would really appreciate that. I'm trying to get my channel to grow now that I'm back on YouTube, and I love it when you leave me comments and tell me your ideas for our home and things that you think I could do differently or things that you like. So leave me a comment, give me a like if you do like it, and also hit that notification bell, and that puts me in the algorithm so that you will see my videos. Well, I have always sewn ever since my mother taught me to sew as a little tiny girl, and I've always made pillows and blankets and curtains and things like that up until the last few years. And that is simply because we've been working on the home, we've been trying to reestablish the homestead, but I've always really loved beautiful fabrics. I'm just always drawn to fabrics, and so I decided that I was going to return to that. There was just no need in me not having the beautiful rich colors that I've always loved. I never bought into the white farmhouse trend. That's just not me. And I think some of them are so beautiful, but I just really enjoy color. I paint and I draw, and I've just always been a person who enjoyed color. So for our fall bedroom, I wanted to find one fabric that I thought that I could use as a springboard or an inspiration piece for the rest of the fabrics that I would choose. And I did find that. It was a beautiful Ralph Lauren floral. I found just a small piece of it on Facebook Marketplace, and I ordered that and got it in. And then I took it to the fabric store with me to get other pieces to go along with it. And what I chose was a satin stripe that has brown and burgundy and gold and all those wonderful fall colors that are in the floral. I also used a couple of solids and a tiny little check. And you'll see all of those mixed together along with a new duvet cover and an old coverlet. And I left the curtains as they are. If you missed my video on making these lace curtains out of tablecloths, vintage tablecloths, you can go back and watch that video. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on the tour. I really show you more in this tour than I've ever shown in my bedroom before. And one reason for that is my husband does work from home, and one corner of our bedroom is his office space, and that's his space, and I'm not going to invade his space and show you that. So I have to be a little bit strategic as I maneuver the camera around. But I hope you enjoy the tour. I hope you get some ideas as to how you can use things. I'm also going to notate some of the family heirloom pieces in the room that I've used and just tell you a few facts, but I'm going to try to keep it mostly music and just let you have a peaceful tour of our fall bedroom, and I'll see you when it's over. Enjoy! Here you see a photograph of my husband's great-grandfather who was in the Civil War and fought at Gettysburg. You also see his little pocket Bible that's been handed down to the men in the family. Above that hangs a beautiful autumn painting of a family lake in New York, painted by his great-grandmother. All very special items, as you can imagine. You're going to notice a lot of satin and grosgrain ribbon in our bedroom this year. I really enjoyed picking up all of the colors in the fabric with the ribbon. This little pumpkin was awarded to me at a ladies' retreat from the church where I used to attend, so it's a very special item. Not something I just picked up, but something very special with a special memory attached. And this is from an antique auction. We paid $5 whole for it, and it's the back to an old pipe organ. A great thing to look for at thrift stores are trays. This large gold painted tray was $7, and I know that I will get many, many years of use out of it for the different holidays and decorating. To hang my berry wreath, I just chose several different colors of satin ribbon that were in the inspiration fabric, and I just layered them together and tied a simple knot and hung them from this antique dresser mirror. And I really like how it turned out. Very simple but colorful. And this is the Ralph Lauren floral fabric that I was telling you about. This is what everything else came from. The inspiration from these beautiful roses and autumnal colors just were the perfect springboard for all the other choices that I made in the room. We really needed a new duvet cover for our king-size down comforter that we use in the winter. And recently I came across this one on Wayfair.com, and to me it looks like the old-fashioned chenille bedspreads. What do you think? If you've ever come along for one of my bedroom tours before, then you've seen Miss Scarlet, my old antique settee. She was so dirty and so stained and desperately needed covering. I finally got around to covering the front. I've still got to do the sides, but doesn't she look so much better? I chose a cotton quilted fabric that I absolutely love. It was white, so I tea stained it in my washing machine with some boiled tea bags, and it turned just the softest ivory that was just perfect to match with this little antique ottoman that I've had for probably 30 years. And on Miss Scarlet, since this crocheted blanket that I still cannot get over. You may have seen it in another one of my tours, but the artistry, the skill, the craftsmanship in this crocheted blanket, I just can't get over how beautiful it is. I love it so, so much. I just don't know how someone would give something away like that, but I'm sure glad they did because I found it at a thrift store for $12, and I think it just suits Miss Scarlett to a T. This old cotton basket is from a barn sale that we went to. Look, y'all, it still has cotton from over 100 years ago, and that's very special to me because my son is a cotton farmer in South Georgia. If you haven't gathered by now, I am a very sentimental person, and I love heirlooms. These were my daddy's overalls, and that says it all. There is a very funny story about these peacock feathers. One day we looked out beside our chicken pen, and there was a peacock walking around. We put it out on Facebook, and we found the owner of the peacock. He came to pick up his bird, and when the bird started to run, he began to shed feathers. So naturally, I went and picked up the feathers, and we have a keepsake from that very funny day. The little porcelain girl, her name is Rose, and the 2 jewelry boxes with roses were my mother's. She named me after the Rose of Sharon in the Bible. This little vanity chair was my grandmother's vanity chair, and as a little girl at our family Christmas parties, I often would sit in this chair to eat my dinner and look at all of the pretty things on her vanity table. Also, I have a glove collection. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see the rest of my vintage gloves. This beautiful gilt mirror with beveled glass was at a garage sale that I went to. It was way too expensive for me to buy, so I walked away without it. Later that evening, I rode past the house and they were throwing it away. It was in their garbage beside their trash can, so I got it for free. Isn't that wonderful? Fess up in the comments and let me know if you've ever done any trash picking. I know I sure have. I just love to look at this old tongue and groove ceiling with all its imperfections. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel. The next video that I'm planning on doing is going to be a thrift and antique store haul. And I just want to show you a few pieces that I've gotten recently, maybe give you some ideas of some things to look for when you're out and about. And then coming up after that is the long-awaited pound cake video that I promised you back before our world got turned a little bit upside down back in the spring. I think you'll really enjoy the pound cake recipe. Maybe it's perfect timing right here before the holidays. So anyway, friends, I hope that you will go over and visit my blog, southernbellahome.com. I talk all about healthy and wholesome farmhouse living with gracious Southern style here in our circa 1900 farmhouse in Georgia. But until then, keep home sweet. May the good Lord bless and keep you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.